is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Also partnered with the Indiana High School Athletic Association. A very good evening, Indiana. My name is Lauren Plant, and we are about to take high school sports to a whole new level here in the Hoosier State. Welcome to State Champs. We're presented by Lawrence Technological University, and this is just a sneak peek of what you can expect for the course of the next 35 weeks, covering the entire 2018 and 19 school year. State Champs will be on Fox Sports Midwest Sundays, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, of course, with re-airs on Fox Sports Indiana all throughout the week. We cover all sports. We've been in Michigan for 15 years. 8 regional Emmy Awards later, and we're ready here, Indiana, so you get ready. This week, we are at Center Grove High School for a huge matchup as the 6th-ranked Trojans take on Class 6A's the number 1 team in the state, Warren Central. That's our main event. That is coming up a little bit later. But we've also got boys and girls soccer highlights. We've got girls volleyball highlights. But let's begin with some other action that took place around the state on the gridiron. We begin with what wound up 2018's first instant classic. The Greyhounds of Carmel looking to shock the world as they prepare to challenge the back-to-back 6A state champs, Louisville, Kentucky's Trinity Shamrocks. Rocks coming in ranked 50th in the nation. Trinity pummeled Carmel in last year's meeting 31-3. Junior QB Seth Jutz hands off to the senior back Jeremiah Smith. Rocks jump on the board first 7-0, but found themselves down in the second quarter until Luke McGuire found his way in for a 7-yard score. Rocks led at the half 14-10. Carmel looking to make a big play on defense in the third. They did. Ball batted down behind the line. That's Bo Robbins to the house. 40-yard fumble recovery and the touchdown, 17-14 Carmel. But the Shamrocks not deterred. 3rd and 8 on their own 35. Juts a little dunk to Ryan Miller. He'll do the rest. 35-yard pitch and catch. Trinity snatches back momentum and the lead, 21-17. Stayed that way until 1:25 left in the game. Took the Greyhounds less than a minute to put together a 59-yard drive. The senior quarterback Tyler Trent playing like one and playing hero. Slant pass into junior Sam Rogers. Give him 6. Carmel back on top. For the Rocks now, everything on the line, including a 30-game winning streak. Juts looking for a man downfield, but smothered by Ryan Tylef. It's over. Rocks fall. That's what you call an upset. Greyhounds come out on top in thrilling fashion, 24-21 the final. Over to Sheridan now, where we had plenty of water, but that's football, rain or shine. Bud Wright Stadium the scene as Coach Wright begins his 53rd season at the helm as his Blackhawks welcomed in the Western Boone Stars. Sheridan, coming off a 9-3 2017 campaign, got on the board first in the first. Senior QB Drake Delph drops and delivers one to the senior tight end Jesse Cold for the score, 6-0 Sheridan. Boone, coming off their first 2A sectional title in 16 years, responded with 5 and change left in the opening quarter. Going forward on 4th and 5, the junior quarterback Spencer Wright rolling, and he sees number 13 Logan Benson in the back of the end zone. Miss PAT kept the game locked at 6. Stars struck again. This time, Wright hands off to Devin Weekly, and he finds daylight. Nothing but open real estate to pay dirt. Western Boone never let up and made it 8 in a row in this series. Wright drops and hit as he heaves it up for Luke Kernodle. The nice diving grab. Stars come up big against the Blackhawks and claim this one 50-12.
Welcome to Warren Central on a very hot night for a regular season matchup in ladies soccer. The Warriors of Warren Central look to get heated up and back on track for the second half. Down by a pair of goals to visiting Greenfield Central, the Cougars in white would look to capitalize on the lead. Warren Central, wearing black, maintains possession. Number 9 freshman Jackie Merchant splits the Cougars defenders and soars one to the other side of the net. Warriors come within a score, 2-1 Cougars lead. Later in the action, another freshman, another number 9, Rita Agai-Kotz, makes the penalty kick count, bringing the Cougars back up by 2 and claiming a few goals of her own. But Greenfield Central is too hot to handle on this night. Kotz off the free kick, and it's off the noggin of senior Lucy Brand and into the back of the net, and that would give Greenfield Central the win over Warren Central, 4-1, the final. Now let's head inside the gymnasium at North Central High School for some volleyball action, where the Panthers hope to start their season off with a W. Visiting the Millers of Noblesville have their own plan of attack as we head to the net to decide this one. We start in the first set, Noblesville with the serve. Panthers setting up patiently, returns the volley, Millers receive and get a setup of their own going to Lexi Almodovar, and the junior deflects off the Panthers. Millers take the first set. Millers with the serve again. A huge save around the perimeter from Peyton Wallace. Panthers able to volley, and the Millers set their attack up again, but the Panthers' wall from Maya Elliott would deny. Panthers tie it up after 2 sets. Later in the action, Panthers with the edge in serving. Noblesville sets up and returns. Some good back and forth action by both teams. The Millers set up their attack. Another set by Ava Nichols, this time behind the back for the spike. Ella Peter comes up huge with the point, helping Noblesville edge the Panthers in this match 3-1.
What's up, Lauren Plant back with you. Hey, you know, the primary reason that State Champs Indiana is a thing is because of the great men and women over at Lawrence Technological University in Michigan. They love Indiana too, and they want to just kind of let you know what they're all about. So each week on the show, we're going to bring you a segment that covers what's happening on campus as well as what's happening athletically. This week, well, this is a moment to be proud for all of you who love to geek out.
It's time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. LTU truly has something for every student, and if you like science, Geek Week is for you.
2 times a year we do an experiment day in the atrium. This is sort of part of Geek Week in the spring, natural sciences clubs, and then some of the arts and sciences clubs. So today we've got an experiment day going on with physics, biology, and then chemistry type experiments.
This is about bringing kind of more experience that students don't get in their lab courses in the physics department. Cool experiments that students would like to see and are kind of more like amazed like how this works.
LTU has an outstanding Department of Natural Sciences and extensive hands-on learning experiences.
We've got atom smashers. We can smash atoms together, or simulations of atom smashers. We've got a Large Hadron Collider where we're oscillating particles around, and then some of the little optics demos or sound resonant tube sort of demos. And just some of the things that might come up in a physics class, or they might be something that's out in the world, and oh, how does that work? I never really thought about that. Let's see a demo here for it.
Worked on the atom smasher where we just can simulate certain atomic nuclei smashing into each other, and what do we come up with, like what you would see at MSU cyclotron.
If you are interested in learning more about the College of Art and Sciences at Lawrence Technological University, head over to the website at ltu.edu. Hey guys, I'm Kiara Hay, and I hope you've been enjoying this digital preview of State Champs High School Sports Show. For the past 15 years, we've been providing the best high school sports coverage in Michigan. And now, for the first time ever, we have expanded our show to cover Indiana. Our show will feature highlights and exclusive interviews from all high school sports. I'm talking football, to volleyball, to golf, and everything in between. We cover the entire high school experience. So be sure to watch State Champs High School Sports Show every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Central on Fox Sports Midwest.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
Thanks for watching the highlights on State Champs Indiana.
Let's head inside Lucas Oil Stadium for the Horseshoe Classic, highlights courtesy of the IHSAA Champions Network. First matchup of the night, we have the Millers of Noblesville going up against number 2 ranked in 5A, the Fighting Irish of Indianapolis Cathedral. Late in the first, Fighting Irish junior quarterback Owen Edwards on the play action finds the wide open receiver in the end zone, the ball over the defensive back and into the hands of senior Evan Dawn. Cathedral with the 7-0 lead. Still in the first, sophomore running back Jake Langdon with his first carry of the season, and he strikes gold. The Fighting Irish with the commanding 14-0 lead going into the second quarter. Cathedral put 3 more up on the board via a field goal, and more gold is discovered on the turf. This time, senior running back Chandra Sissel notices the lane all clogged up, and he heads to the other sideline, and he will take it all the way home for the touchdown. Cathedral now up 24-0. Still in the second, and the Millers finally get out of their offensive slump. Grant Gremmel connects with Luke Blevins in double coverage, and he takes it all the way to the house. Noblesville still down 24-7 going into halftime. But this nut will belong to the Fighting Irish. Edwards with the deep ball to senior Bo Sanders, who is wide open for the touchdown, and Indianapolis Cathedral will go home victorious, 31-7, the final. Now to game number 2 at the Horseshoe Classic. The Royals of Hamilton Southeastern battle it out against the Bears of Lawrence Central. Fast-paced game and a fast score for the senior running back Bryce Anderson, 16 yards to pay dirt, and Anderson would tally another score later in the first, giving the Bears a 14-0 lead going into halftime. Third quarter, the Royals in the red zone. The direct snap to senior running back Matt Harris, and he punches his ticket in for 6. Extra point good means Hamilton is down by a score. The Bears QB Harris had an easy touchdown in the third, but the extra point was missed. Here, he throws a pick 6. Manny Daniels with the return. Royals now down by 6. Less than a minute to go. Hamilton 2 yards away from the win. And they go to Harris again on the direct snap, and he gets it to go. Extra point was good, and Hamilton Southeastern will complete the comeback, beating Lawrence Central 21-20, the final. Let's step away from the friendly confines of Lucas Oil Stadium and we hit the road to Mishawaka, where the Penn Kingsmen clash with the visiting Vikings of Valparaiso as they get ready for the season opener. We kick things off with Val at midfield, 6 and some change left in the first. Junior quarterback CJ Operman with the fake give, and he dumps it to Jake Evans. The junior tight end would take it down the field, and that set up a field goal for junior Elias Sewell. Sewell would see the uprights well, giving the Vikings the early 3-0 lead. Penn at the 40, looking to respond. Ryan Whiteman's vision is 20/20, and he can see the end zone clearly after the stiff arm, and he is gone. 40 yards to the house, and the Kingsmen now in the lead, 7-3. 2-minute drill for Penn, and they would find some insurance. It's Whiteman again, up the middle with the Jets on overdrive, hitting pay dirt, as Penn would get the victory over Valparaiso, 21-3, the final. To Decatur Central High we go, and it was a wet and wild night for this boys soccer matchup, and the rain would affect this one, but it's game time. The Hawks of Decatur Central protecting their home turf as they look for their first win of the season. They would go up against their rivals, the Mooresville Pioneers, who are 1-1 coming into the game. Pioneer senior Jaden Harris tries to dish it to teammate John Carr, but the Hawks keeper had other ideas, Thomas Baker comes up big with the scoop, as he did all game long, keeping the game scoreless. But the Pioneers would keep attacking. This time the pass to Carr would get through, and his shot sneaks inside the net. Mooresville would take the 1-0 lead going into halftime. Central with possession deep in their own zone. And here comes the pressure from the Pioneers. The sophomore Carr with the takeaway, taps it to Christian Swigert, and he gets the insurance goal. And Mooresville would beat Decatur Central in this rivalry game, 2-0, the final. Let's go back inside the gymnasium for some more ladies volleyball action. The Anderson Indians on the road, looking to kickstart their season into gear as they face the Arabians from Pendleton Heights. We start things off with a serve by Anderson's captain, Ellie Partlow. Heights able to respond, a bump, set, and a spike by Captain Avery Landman. The Arabians would take the first 2 sets. In the third, Anderson captain Shayla Hart serving, and she comes up big with the serve that is too hot to handle for Pendleton Heights as the Indians fight their way back in the game. Pendleton Heights junior Gracie King with the serve. On the return, the setup that is perfectly executed, Bryn Teague with the nice drop shot that counts. And this night will belong to the Arabians. Aubrey Dwiggins with the soft tap for the point as Pendleton Heights would get the clean sweep over Anderson.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report. A rising junior to know in the state of Indiana is Culver Academy's Deontay Craig. Craig is an athletic 6'4", 240-pound defensive lineman who also plays basketball, who recently picked up his first 2 offers from Tennessee and Indiana. There aren't often a ton of top-level recruits of that part of the state, but there have been a few over the years, and Craig looks like the next big-time prospect to come out of the northern part of the state. Everybody wants to know where Indianapolis Warren Central wide receiver David Bell is going to go. He's the #1 recruit in the state of Indiana and is just starting his senior season. Purdue was a school that seemed like they led throughout the summer, but a recent visit to Penn State for their Lash Bash has the Nittany Lions now in contention as well. Bell says he'll take several visits in the fall before making a decision. Finally, another junior to look out for is Beech Grove offensive lineman Josh Fryer. He established himself as one of the state's top young prospects over the summer with several good camp performances and netting several Power 5 offers. He's already set a couple of visits for the fall, including Purdue, who is one of the first schools to offer him. He's also looking at visiting Iowa State and Indiana, 2 more schools who have already extended scholarship offers. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, I've been Alan True.
State Champs High School Sports Show airs every Sunday at 9 a.m. Central and 10 a.m. Eastern on Fox Sports Midwest. But you can get your high school sports fix every day of the week. Just connect with us on social media. We are State Champs Indiana on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We want to hear from you, so tell us what teams we need to check out or what games we need to cover. And again, we're not just football, we are all of the high school sports. So connect with us, we want to hear from you.
My passion is architecture. I don't want to sit around passively studying. I need to create. In our architecture studios at Lawrence Tech, we collaborate with students, faculty, and professionals from around the world. And from day one, we design using the same industry standard software that architecture firms use. I really feel like I'm designing my own future here. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back again.
You know me.
Pepperoni Asiago. Oh, he's so cute. What's his name?
Pepperoni Asiago.
I just want to eat him up.
Flavor fanatics love us because we invented flavored crust pizza with 100% real mozzarella cheese and fresh dough made daily. Now get meal deals for any budget.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Welcome back to State Champs. Hope you're enjoying this sneak peek of what you can expect all year long here on State Champs Indiana on Fox Sports Midwest beginning August 26th, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. Well, our main event this week, it's a big one. And it's so big that they actually have a cross-country meet at halftime. We are at Center Grove High School for a big matchup between number 6 Center Grove and number 1 in 6A, Warren Central. Ring the bell. Let's get to the highlights. The Center Grove student section fired up. Let's get it on. The Trojans and 6A's top dog, the Warren Central Warriors. Rain at the start, then it was gone. First quarter, Warren Central stepping up on special teams. That punt attempt blocked. The junior Alex Hernandez jumps on the ball at the 15. Warriors capitalized a few plays later. Senior quarterback Jaden George finding time, hooking up with Kobe Moore. 8-yard touchdown, 6-0 lead WC after the opening quarter of play. Didn't take long for the Warriors to strike again. The weapon in the backfield, the 5'7" senior running back Ramir Elliott punching it in from 4 yards out. Warren Central up 13. Center Grove did have their chances in Warriors territory. Jackson Moore feeling the pressure, sacked and stripped by the returning All-Stater David Bell. 3 minutes ago in the half, Golden Domers back on the attack. Elliott slips a few tackles. There he goes, 44-yard touchdown. Warriors up 20-0 at intermission. Check this out, a 14-year tradition at Center Grove, a cross-country meet at halftime. On the boys' side, Warren Central with the victory, and the girls, the home squad from Center Grove, the winners. Back to the action now. Warren Central going for it on 4th down, but Lucas Rolling coming through with the Trojan interception. Still a 20-0 game going into the 4th. Trojans finally crack the scoreboard seal as the sophomore Carson Steele finds the paint. Center Grove down 20-7. But Warren Central, too much in this one. The senior Daryl Johnson, the exclamation point. Warren Central wins the opener 27-15, the final. All right, we're joined now by Jaden George. Jaden, this is a great game right out of the bat. Hostile territory, big matchup. How do you feel you guys executed as an offense tonight?
We have a lot to work on, but we definitely can get better. Come next week, we just got to be the best team we can, especially with Trinity coming up next week. Big team out of state. We can't have missed assignments against that game. We got to execute perfectly.
Yeah, and after a long summer of waiting to get out here, to be out here on the field and to put a performance like this, it's got to feel pretty good.
Oh, it does. Center Grove, big crosstown rival. It's always good to beat them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, he is Jaden George. Congratulations as Warren Central wins tonight. All right, congratulations to Warren Central. They've got a national TV game on ESPN2 next week. Hey, we are getting set now for our run on Fox Sports Midwest that begins next Sunday, August 26th, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern for the next 35 weeks. Make sure that you check it out. Hey, we've got a brand new redesigned website just getting set to launch this week. In the meantime, we want to hear from you. What games do we need to be at? Do you have some great stories that we need to tell? What should be our main event next week? You can do all that by going to our current website and reaching out to us via email. Go to our contact page, contact us at statechampsnetwork.com, or just talk to us on social media, whether it's Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. We've got it all here, Indiana, and we are ready to serve you. So remember, this show is for you, the Indiana high school sports fan. This is State Champs. We'll see you next week. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Also partnered with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.